I got my head out the sunroof.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today, we from Good One are going to present to you our chosen topic for Bio330 case study, which is urbanization. Before we begin with the presentation, allow me to introduce to you some of my group members. We have No Amira binti Zulkarnain. Next, we have Raza binti Rahim, which is me. We also have Shafika Ajar binti Rahman. And lastly, we have Umi Khurrah binti Muhammad Taufiq. Without further ado, allow me to present the first part in today's video, which is the introduction. Urbanization can be simplified as a rising population in the urban area causing a severe impact in just urban areas. This is due to the fact that there are better opportunities in the city, like a higher paying job and a wide selection. This phenomenon can lead to a development of new cities due to the economic development and industrialization that will predominantly lead to urban-specific changes in labor division, human behaviors, and specialization. A data from a recent paper done in February 12 by Nishi Puvandas, Vanita Agarwal, and S. Uttara titled Impacts of Urbanization on Environment. The growing rate of population, it is to be said, growing at a rapid state about 17 million per year, with 45,000 rates of birth in a day and 31 births per minute. This shows an astounding rate of growth, and if this trend of issue continues, a developing country like in India will experience uncontrolled urbanization. Hence, issues like environmental degradation will experience by the population. This will lead to a serious consequences to the environment. And in this video, we will dive more into the topic of urbanization, the causes and the effects it will bring to the planet, especially to the environment.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nur Amira and my student ID is 2020476318. To continue today's presentation, I would like to talk about the causes of urbanization. As previous presenter mentioned, urbanization means the rise of population in certain area. So what causes people to migrate to this area? There are three major causes that cause this migration. Therefore, we will go into depth about this issue. The first cause is economic issue. Second one is political issue. And last but not least is social issue. First is the economic issue. In urban area, there are more job opportunities as the industrial field becoming more wide. Industrial growth equal to more employment opportunities, which equal to community growth. This is because people with economic goals or with financial issue will migrate towards it offers job and opportunities to better themselves. Also, the job scope in urban area mostly less physical demanding than job in rural area, less demanding and also less tiring. Worker won't be working under the sun most of the time unless they are construction worker. We can see the economic-driven urbanization at Bayan Lepas Penang. Second is the political turmoil also cause people to migrate. For example, refugees from agitated country will migrate to safer country to ensure their safetyness and well-being. We can see from the political turmoil in Syria has caused Syrians to migrate to neighboring country to seek shelter. Basically, urban area is a safer, more calm and stable than it is in rural area. And lastly is social issue. Another reason that drives people to migrate to urban area is social factor. In urban area, the living standard, education and facilities are all basically better than in rural area. To better themselves, in above category, most people choose to migrate to urban area. Other than social factor, modernization of infrastructure, medical facility, transportation and communication also contribute to why people migrate. For example, we can see that young adults tends to move to bigger city to continue their education. For instance, Malaysian young adult decided to migrate to Kuala Lumpur to enroll to University Malaya, one of the most prestigious university in Asia. Now the presentation will be continued by the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Umi Khurrah binti Muhammad Taufiq. So I would like to talk about some key facts that should be considered about the urbanization and the effect of urbanization. So let's review the key facts about urbanization in Malaysia. First and foremost, Malaysia is one of the most urbanized countries in the Southeast Asia. It has one of the fastest rate urbanization of countries in the region. In 2018, Malaysians have approximately 24.4 million of the urban population. Occasionally, in 2020, 77.16% of the country's population already live in the urban area and cities. There is an increased number of population lives in the urban area from mere 34.2% in 1980s. In addition, one of the rapid urbanized states in Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is the largest city that has the fastest growing metropolitan region in the Southeast Asia. The number of population in Kuala Lumpur as the largest city that almost have 8,211,000 in 2021. This development is predicted to continue as people in the rural areas migrate to the cities. Let's continue on the effect of urbanization. These are the possible effects of the urbanization in Malaysia. So let me explain them one by one. Firstly, the overpopulation in urban area. Overpopulation may occur whenever a large number of individuals occupy a small place. Due to overcrowding, urban congestion is a constant and it is a feature that is growing day by day as more people and immigrants migrate to cities and towns in pursuit of a better living. Most individuals from rural or underdeveloped regions have a strong desire to migrate to the city, which usually results in crowding in a small space. The next effect is the spread of diseases. The urban life, on the other hand, can be harmful to your health. The main causes of bad health in metropolitan settings are the environment, housing, and the living situation. Contamination of water sources can result in the waterborne illness epidemics. The spread of many infection diseases is facilitated by being in close contact to other people. For example, in the picture above, the infection disease such as COVID-19 and dengue can widely and easy to spread in urban areas. Other than that, pollution and environmental hazard could be one of the effects on urbanization. Rapid urbanization has brought out water and environmental challenges. Due to the environmental factors such as water scarcity, poor pollution and poor sanitation, the population of urbanized cities suffers from a decreased quality of life. Apart from that, air pollution is a common problem in industrialized cities, especially during their early stages of development. During stagnant, foggy weather conditions, extremely high emission of sulfur dioxide, smoke and other particles cause these incidents.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syafiqah Azra binti Rahman and my student ID is 2020894276. Now I will continue to present on how to prevent urbanization. Actually, it is very impossible to prevent urbanization 100% as it can give good impacts to our society, as was mentioned previously by my groupmates. However, we could actually reduce this urbanization activity. So how to reduce this issue from becoming more critical? The first step is we could do a campaign regarding deforestation. For example, a tree planting campaign. Act of campaign could help to expose our society towards the importance of sustaining green environment in this world to help stabilizing our ecosystem for the long run. We also could write articles regarding our Mother Earth. For example, on the iPad beside me is a collection of articles that was specially put under the topic of deforestation that was written by Sahabat Alam Malaysia Association. This act could eventually increase the knowledge about the environment among our community for free and reduce the deforestation activity since everyone will be educated regarding this issue. Next step to reduce this urbanization activity is we could do forest reservation. As shown in the slide, in Malaysia, specifically Langkawi, we have Kubang Badak Bio Geotrail, Kilim Kars Geoforest Park, Dayang Bunting Marble Geoforest Park and Machincang Cambrian Geoforest Park, which are qualified by the UNESCO to be the UNESCO Global Geopark. These natural treasures has both biological and geological assets that must be well taken care of to maintain the regulation of ecosystems, and as it also serves a habitat for millions of wildlife in Malaysia. Aside from that, these natural treasures can be used to do recreational activities and for educational purposes, especially for parents. They could bring their kids to this place to educate them about the nature and the green environment that is really important in our life and for our world ecosystem. And the next efforts that can be made to reduce urbanization is by doing population control. We can do it by seeking guidance from the medical health industry, in which the medical health industry could assist to provide counseling and take part in educating our community regarding family planning. Why family planning? It is because to reduce high rates of population growth of humans so that the development of urban area could be managed and controlled. Furthermore, let's move on to the solutions or other alternatives that we could use to solve this issue aside from the common alternatives, which is tighten the laws and regulations for illegal logging and illegal urbanization activities. The first alternatives is to do afforestation, which is establishing new forests where no forest existed previously at an unused stranded land. Okay, for example, this method has been used in China since they have the most human population in the world. As we can see from one of the research articles beside me is afforestation in China cools local land surface temperature. In Shandong, China, the afforestation helps improve environment and farmers' income. And aside from that, afforestation also could aid in reducing atmospheric carbon dioxide, increase soil quality, avoid or reverse desertification, provide habitat to wildlife, soil health and also improve water quality. The next alternatives is by creating a forest city. For example, in China and Gelang Patah, Johor Bahru, Malaysia, as we can see in the picture that was shown in the slide. This could help to sustain the green environment and could mainly help in decreasing air pollution and increasing the people health level. This city has the ability to scrub the air of carbon dioxide, pollutants and release oxygen at urban area where less tree exists. Thus, forest city also could lower the average air temperature, improves biodiversity of plants and animals in the area, create noise barrier, and creates an ecosystem for birds and insects.
To conclude, in today's video, urbanization, which is rising population in the urban area, gives a major threat to the environment. Even though it does serve great purposes to the economy and the political world, it does, however, give a severe effect to the environment, such as overcrowding populations, the risk of spreading disease, rise in act crime, pollution, and increase in living standard. We as a society should take action and need to find a better way to create a balance. Lawmakers and politicians should take an urgent attention to this matter to reduce the severity of the issue and protect our environment from further damage. That is all from us. Thank you.
I'm blasting